Australia's major lenders have yet to follow the lead of ANZ and raise their home mortgage rates. But if they do, they can count on the support of Andrew Robb. The Shadow Finance Minister defended the ANZ's action while his leader Tony Abbott preferred to blame the government. With tensions building again over European debt, analysts say it's only a matter of time before the other banks join the ANZ. Here's Philip Lasker.
Opposition leader Tony Abbott found a manufacturer which isn't losing sleep because of the high Australian dollar. At the thriving mattress manufacturer Sleepmaker, even the ANZ Bank escaped criticism despite lifting interest rates.
Look, I'm not here to defend the banks. The banks are quite capable of defending themselves.
With the help of Shadow Finance Minister Andrew Robb.
You know, they're not stupid, and I don't think they would willy-nilly put up their margin like this if they weren't suffering a problem with their margin. They are responsible citizens.
Maybe not so responsible, according to one banker. ME Bank CEO Jamie McPhee says the big banks are favouring shareholders and institutions who can rely on taxpayer bailouts when times turn nasty ought to be behaving differently.
I certainly think the economy's got a sense of fragility about it. And so therefore, to your point, that I just think it's up to the major banks to make sure that they don't add to that fragility in the economy.
The federal opposition leader, while not backing Andrew Robb, preferred to lay the blame elsewhere.
When you've got the government borrowing $100 million every single day, of course there's going to be upward pressure on interest rates, and that's the problem.
A basic economic problem, it seems, the ANZ failed to mention when it raised rates last week. Analysts say there are much larger forces at work.
No, I think the main reason for rates going up is the international financial situation, particularly the risk in Europe and the capital markets in Europe. Rates are higher than they've been for some time. Flat growth in Australia in terms of loans and also deposits. Those are nothing really to do with the government situation, the government debt.
And there's no end in sight to the pressures.
I mean, it's tough both in the wholesale markets and, as you just mentioned, what's going on in Europe, and it doesn't seem to be getting any better. And I think the pressure on wholesale rates is going to stay high for some time. And of course, that's flying into a much greater level of competitiveness in our retail rates.
It suggests the days of banks running their own interest rate race aren't over.
I would expect to see some movement up over the next little while. How much will depend a little bit on where they want to position competitively and how much volume they want to write.
And how much criticism they're prepared to take.